If only I started recording 2 seconds sooner, I would have got that burp.
Yeah, but you didn't.
I wonder if... Nice.
Eyeballs.
Oh, it's like blue. That's cool. We can be aesthetically pleasing to the public. I don't like the red.
I'm never aesthetically pleasing.
I know, you're ugly. No. Over the weekend, which was yesterday, we went to the
Chesterville.
The Chesterville Witch's Grave, and it's in the Amish County in Illinois. So we're at the Witch's Grave, and it's really windy, and I'm holding on to this so it doesn't fall, and I'm also like standing on this dude's grave. But this is new, right here. This, I'll flip the camera actually. This is new. Yeah, what are these? Oh, a little rock. And the water is up really high. Chesterville no longer appears on the map. The village still exists. It's just located west of Arcola. It's in the heart of Illinois Amish country, and most residents are Amish. When we went, there were so many Amish people. Like, I loved it. I love them. Dude, I love Amish people. Like, they have horses, and like their little buggies are like the coolest thing ever. I told Tyler I wanted to buy one from them for like $5. But Tyler told me that they would probably be more expensive than that.
Yeah, like $30,000 to $40,000 since they're probably handmade.
I don't know. But like, it was so cool. There were like horses everywhere and you could like smell horse poop. It was a great experience. The witch's grave belonged to a young woman who was considered a witch by the community. She didn't agree with the Amish faith and had liberal thoughts. She started speaking her mind about the treatment of women in the area. She disobeyed the elders and went against the church. It got her banned, and she started getting called a witch. Back then, nobody ever questioned the elders. Rumor started spreading that she practiced witchcraft and was a servant of the devil. Not long after she left, she was found dead in a farmer's field. Authorities told everyone she died of natural causes. They put her body in a local funeral home so everybody could come see her. The people were horrified, thinking she would come back to life. Eventually, she was buried in the Chesterville Cemetery. They planted a tree on her grave so her spirit would be trapped in the tree. Many believe if the tree is ever cut down or dies, her spirit will be free and return to the town to take revenge. Later, a fence was placed around her grave and the tree to confine her to that area. She was only 15. I found this out later. She was only 15, and this was over 100 years ago, around the 1900s, and somebody girdled the tree. I don't know what that means.
It means that they wrapped a wire or something tightly around it trying to kill it.
Yeah, because, like, there's a little, like, ring around the tree, like the trunk that we've noticed. This was the second time we went. We've gone twice. The first time was also, it wasn't a disaster. It was just...
It went really well at the time.
At the time. And then when we got back is when it started getting weird. So I took like the card out of the camera to put it onto the computer so I could start editing, and I don't know what happened. What happened?
So the video file for our first trip to the cemetery got corrupted, like unsavable, unusable, for no real reason. After we got rid of that file, the memory card was perfectly fine and hasn't given us an issue before that or since then.
Yeah, it was only those videos, and so I was like, what the hell? So that's why the video never got posted. That's why like you're hearing about it now. Like all the pictures from there were gone.
We still got the pictures on film, but we've never gotten those developed yet.
Yeah, we need to.
I'm gonna laugh if we go to get those developed and they don't come out.
And we also, well, Tyler took more film pictures yesterday to add to it. Well, this was the second time we went. The first time we went, there's a little a little lantern next to the tree that I guess somebody put there for her. Well, this time it was way too windy to like try to get that to happen again. But last time we went, we were sitting there and there was no wind at all. And it just started going back and forth. And I wish I had that video, but I don't.
The plants around it were not moving, but it was.
Yeah, like nothing was moving. Like the grass wasn't moving, the trees weren't moving, like nothing. And during that time, we were using the spirit portal, and I got like a woman's voice coming through. I don't remember what it said, but it said something, and as it was moving, and then it got so sad around there. Like the emotions were crazy.
I don't have those.
Well, shut up. So yesterday when we went, it was extremely windy. Nothing was going to be useful, but we took like a lot of pictures and videos, hoping that when we get it developed it will be cool looking. I mean, I took a lot of cool pictures. So when we went there, we pulled up and we started walking over there, and we noticed that there had been a change to the grave. There was a, I don't know what to call that,
handmade name plaque on the, and like they made like a sign post out of wood and like hand carved it with some Frau Yoder name carved into it.
And I don't know what that, I don't know if that's her name or what.
It would be a German or a Dutch name, so it would be an Amish girl's name, likely, since most Amish are Dutch.
I was looking up on the internet. You cannot find like the girl's name or anything. Like all you know is that she was young. She was a young age, like 15, 18. She was still like a child. So I don't know if her ancestors put the name up or something, like, or if they just did that to
but
get.
It's the only Yoder in the cemetery, if that's the case, which would be weird because you'd think the whole family of Yoders would be there.
Yeah. Like, or maybe it was a thing to get people to leave the place alone. Like maybe the Amish were tired of people coming and looking. But like, while we were there, a lot passed us and they all smile and wave like nicest people ever. I'm just more focused on the horses. I look so cool. Like, trot, 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 trot. Went to the witch's grave today. Had to visit old stomping grounds. And no, the witch is not named Frokioder. Don't know why someone did this. No one really knows the woman's name. I'm trying to get research on her, but I know for a fact her name isn't Frokioger.
Well, 5 months ago, someone commented on a post and said, obviously the bark is scored around the circumference of the tree. I don't know how long it's been like that. And then they go on to say, I think it's likely that the heavily Amish area doesn't care for the witch tree story or the cemetery tourists.
Yeah, that's what you said yesterday, is that maybe they're sick of people coming and they don't want that negativity around them anymore.
Yeah.
Like that makes me question a lot of things. But I don't think that'd be her name. I mean, it could be her name, but it seems like if somebody found out what her name is, there'd be an article about it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Honestly, one of those gravestones on the side probably had her name on it at some point, and it's long since worn off. Because you don't bury someone without a gravestone ever. And there was probably a gravestone, and either the tree has knocked it over and destroyed it, or it's one of those that's just so badly worn away that you can't read it anymore.
Oh, the bugs.
Oh, yeah.
We walked to one part of the cemetery, like on the other side from the witch's grave, and there was a bad smell.
Right, just around one grave and nowhere else.
And there were bugs, just bugs everywhere. And it's March. It was March 5th, and it was 70 degrees, but it was also windy as hell. It's not time for bugs to come out. Like, there were bugs nowhere else.
It smelled like a dead, rotting animal, and it was only around one grave that didn't have a marker, and nowhere else.
That was just odd. What the hell is that noise? Yeah, look, they're like all around.
Yeah, this one section right here smells like a dead animal and has a infestation.
You think there's a dead animal around here?
smells like a dead animal, like right in this area.
I don't see any dead animals.
Neither do I. That's why I said it smells like one. There's both all over here. I don't see it. Maybe someone put a pumpkin along the backside of one of those graves or something.
There's nothing on the back of any of these.
Like these two graves have rotten pumpkins, but they're so far rotted away that they wouldn't be causing any smell at this point.
That's kind of gross. Yeah, but they had dinner with the ghosts. And when we came, like when we were coming down the road into the town, we saw 2 crows on the side of the road. And I was like, oh, we're gonna die.
Completely unrelated, but you know, still a bad omen, because crows are traditionally messengers of death.
Ew, why is the water green? Wow, I look crusty dusty. It's literally the day before I'm posting this. And I was going through earlier because I was putting in pictures into the video, and I noticed when I clicked on a picture to put it in, it had this little thingy in it. So in this picture, you can see there's a purple little mist. I literally do not know what that is. I guess I should increase the brightness. When you zoom in on it, it's only around one grave, and then there's like a little mist that goes around right here. So that's very odd. I took another picture in the exact same spot. This picture, I always take like 2 or 3 pictures of the same spot. And as you can see in this picture, it was right here. It's not there anymore. Like, this is the exact same picture, side by side. And I literally do not know what that is. And I just noticed it. What the hell is this on my hand? Gross. I literally do not know. I sent it to a few people earlier, and I'm clueless. Like, I literally don't know what it could be. If you guys have, like, any idea what it could be, like, let me know. I took, like, 100 pictures, and not one single picture had this in it. I have absolutely no idea what it could be. Like, I literally don't know. Like, it doesn't look like a person or anything. It's just an orb. So, I don't know. I have no logical explanation for it. Do you?
No.
Like, is there any way that this could be, like, the reflection of the sun? A reflection of anything? Because when I took this picture, you were taking pictures of the fence. This is the whole picture.